Hello friends, welcome back again to the channel. I hope everyone is safe. In this video, I would be providing very important interview question and answers. So I have provided answers and observations from my side. You can add details into the question if you like it. So now let's go to the first question what we have. What is the correlation between service level and occupancy? The answer you may provide service level and occupancy have a positive correlation. Service level is the percentage of calls answered within a specific time frame or threshold. Occupancy is the percentage of time agents spend handling calls, chats, email. We know that service level is the number of call answered within threshold divided by total number of calls offered. So the threshold could be anything depending on the agreement between the company and the client 20 second, 30 second, or even 40 seconds. So all the calls need to be answered within that threshold. If the calls are not getting answered, so these calls will not be part of service level, and you need to ensure that the calls should be answered, maximum calls should be answered within the threshold to maintain the service level. If I talk about the occupancy, so occupancy basically the productive time the agents are spending doing the office related work. Avail time or the idle time will not be included in the occupancy. So the formula for occupancy would be your total engaged time or total productive time divided by your total login time. Higher occupancy can lead to lower service level as agents may be busy with tasks. Lower occupancy can result in higher service level as agents are available to answer calls. Optimizing occupancy levels is crucial to maintain a balance between service level and agent utilization. Higher occupancy and the lower occupancy both will have impact on the profitability and the revenue for the company. So you need to have very good occupancy rate that should be in between 80 to 85%. If you provide that kind of answer, so that would be more than sufficient. Now let's go to the next question what we have. Can you provide an example of a successful workforce optimization project you have led in the past? So the answer you may provide, certainly I led a workforce optimization project that resulted in a 20% reduction in labor cost while improving service quality. This involved implementing a more efficient scheduling algorithm, reallocating resources based on demand patterns, and introducing automation for routine tasks. The project was a collaborative effort that yielded significant positive outcomes. So, this could be the example you may provide if you have done some other kind of project, so you can also provide the more relevant information into that to make sure that you need to keep the answer short and crisp to get your answer conveyed properly. Next question we have, how do you ensure efficient staff allocation and scheduling during peak and off peak hours? So the answer you may provide, during peak hours I rely on historical data and forecasting to accurately predict staffing needs. I also employ flexible scheduling and cross training to ensure we have the right people in the right place at the right time. During off peak hours, I adjust schedules to minimize overstaffing while maintaining service quality and allowing off phone activities. During peak hours, it means that you have very high call volume. At that point of time, you need to ensure that how to make the changes in the schedule to have the maximum staffing available, and what kind of cross training agents you may have that can help in answering the maximum calls. So basically, it's all about putting the right people at the right time in the right frame just to make sure that you have all the workload can be answered during the peak hours. And in the off peak hours, it means that you have the agents available, they are not productive, so you can just put them into any kind of feedback coaching that can be requested by the supervisor to improve their overall product knowledge. Next question we have, can you explain your approach to workforce forecasting and demand planning? The answer you may provide, by analyzing historical data and trends to forecast future demand. I also take into account seasonality, market changes, and any upcoming events that may impact workload. It is crucial to maintain open communication with other departments to gather insight for accurate forecasting. This is kind of a critical step. You need to analyze historical data very carefully, and if you find out any abnormal data, if you find out one time activity that fluctuated the call volume, so you need to normalize the call volume, and you have to factor in any kind of seasonality, any market changes, any changes in the current process. So all these things may increase or decrease the call volume or the workload. So you need to maintain open communication with other departments also to gather the insight for accurate forecasting. Next question we have: how do you handle unexpected fluctuations in workforce demand or sudden callouts? The answer: you may provide in such situations. I have a contingency plan in place. I maintain a pool of on call or part time employees who can be called in when needed. Additionally, cross train staff to fill multiple roles, ensuring we can adapt quickly to unexpected changes without compromising service quality. You need to ensure that you have a backup plan in place to ensure that you have the right number of resources to be available in case of any situations that needs to have maximum people to be available. So you can have the part timers also be to be called, and you need to ensure that at the same time to cross train the agents so the one agent can handle multiple type of calls. So that will definitely help us to meeting the service level and reducing the average speed of answer. All these things will help to removing any kind of negative impact for the customers, and all the calls, chat or emails would be answered as soon as possible without compromising service quality.
What is the purpose of workforce forecasting in management? Your options are A. Predicting employee vacations, B. Estimating future workforce needs, C. Determining employee performance, D. Assigning daily tasks to employees. So the correct answer for this question is option number B. Estimating future workforce needs. Let's go to the next question. Which metrics measure the average time an employee spends working on tasks or calls in relation to their total logged in time? Your options are A. Absenteeism rate, B. Utilization rate, C. Turnover rate, D. Attrition rate. So the correct answer of this question is option number B, which is utilization rate. Next question we have: what does workforce scheduling primarily involve? Correct answer for this question is option number C, balancing employee shift with anticipated workload.